In the vastness of the cosmos, where anything is possible, there might be a strange and interesting kind of planet called an eyeball planet. These planets are both fascinating and mysterious, offering a glimpse of what could be out there, far away in space. Stay with Vista till the end of this video to discover more about these incredible worlds. So, what is an eyeball planet? Imagine a planet where one side is always facing the sun, stuck in daylight, while the other side is always in darkness. This happens because the planet doesn't spin like Earth does. Instead, it keeps one side facing its star all the time, making the day side hot and bright and the night side cold and dark. This unique setup makes the planet look like an eyeball from space, with the bright side as the pupil and the dark side as the white of the eye. That's where the name eyeball planet comes from. There are different kinds of eyeball planets, each with its own special traits. Let's take a closer look at the main types. First, there's the hot eyeball. This type of planet is very close to its star, which makes the side facing the star extremely hot, almost like a boiling pot of water. The other side, which never sees the star, stays cold and dark. On this planet, one half might be burning while the other half is frozen. Next, we have the cold eyeball. This planet is far away from its star, so even the side facing the star is cold, possibly covered in ice. The dark side is even colder, maybe like a frozen wasteland. Finally, there's the water world eyeball. This type of planet might have a large ocean on the side that faces the star. The water could be warm on the day side, but the night side would be icy. There could be a small area between the hot and cold sides called the twilight zone, where temperatures are just right for water to stay liquid. This area might even be able to support life. Each type of eyeball planet offers a glimpse into the many ways a planet can exist in our universe, with conditions that are very different from what we see on Earth. Now let's see what is the science behind eyeball planets. These fascinating planets exist because of something called tidal locking. But what does that mean? Let's break it down. Tidal locking happens when a planet's rotation period matches the time it takes to orbit its star. In other words, the planet spins around the star in such a way that one side is always facing the star and the other side is always facing away. This is why one half of the planet is always in daylight, while the other half is stuck in darkness. The side facing the star gets all the heat and light, making it very hot, while the side in darkness remains extremely cold. This creates a huge difference in temperature between the two sides. Scientists are interested in these planets because their unique conditions could lead to unusual weather patterns and climate zones. For example, along the edge where day meets night, called the Terminator line, the hot and cold air might meet and create powerful winds or even massive storms. The day side could have scorching deserts or even boiling oceans, while the night side might be covered in ice and snow. Understanding the science behind eyeball planets helps scientists learn more about how planets behave in different environments, and it could also give us clues about where to look for life on other worlds. Now, let's think about an exciting question. Could eyeball planets support life? When we talk about life, we usually mean living things like plants, animals, or even tiny organisms that need certain conditions to survive. On an eyeball planet, the day side might be too hot for life as we know it, and the night side might be too cold. But there's a special area between these two sides, called the twilight zone, where the temperature could be just right, not too hot and not too cold. This area might be the best place for life to exist on an eyeball planet. In the twilight zone, there could be just enough warmth and light for plants to grow, and maybe even for animals to live. Scientists think that if water exists in this area, it might stay liquid, which is important because all known life forms need water to survive. Of course, we don't know for sure if life could really survive on these planets. But the idea of life on an eyeball planet is exciting because it shows us that life might be possible in many different places, even in conditions that are very different from Earth. The universe is vast, with countless stars and planets waiting to be discovered. But how do scientists find these mysterious eyeball planets? The search begins with powerful tools and a lot of curiosity. One of the most important tools in this search is the Kepler Space Telescope. Kepler has been scanning the skies, looking for tiny changes in the brightness of stars. When a planet passes in front of its star, even for a moment, it causes a slight dimming. This is called a transit, and it can tell us that a planet is there. But finding an eyeball planet is just the beginning. Scientists then study the light from the star to learn more about the planet. They look at things like the planet's size, its distance from the star, and its temperature. All of this information helps them figure out if the planet could be an eyeball planet and if it might have the right conditions for life. Another powerful tool is TESS, the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. TESS is designed to look for planets around the closest and brightest stars, making it easier for scientists to study them in detail. With TESS, the search for eyeball planets has become even more exciting, as we can find these planets around stars that are closer to us. But it's not just about finding the planets. Scientists use advanced computer models to simulate what these planets might be like. They create virtual versions of eyeball planets to understand how the temperature, weather, and atmosphere might work. These simulations help us imagine what it would be like to stand on the surface of an eyeball planet and look up at the star it orbits. Eyeball planets are more than just a scientific curiosity. They've captured the imagination of storytellers and creators all over the world. These unique planets have become a source of inspiration for science fiction, helping to shape the way we think about life in the universe. In many science fiction stories, writers have explored the idea of planets with extreme conditions, planets that are half burning deserts and half frozen wastelands. These settings create the perfect backdrop for stories of survival, exploration, and the challenges of living in a world so different from our own. As we continue to explore and discover, who knows what other wonders we may find. Until then, these hypothetical worlds remain a testament to the incredible diversity of planets that could exist out there, waiting for us to uncover their secrets.